In these series of messages I refer to as components of the Lord's Prayer, I will individually introduce each component. The Lord's Prayer appears twice in the New Testament and was prompted differently each time, although the content was almost exactly the same. In listening to the content, I will ask you to remember who provided it to us and why. The Lord's Prayer contains at least 11 components depending on how you group them. These include Our Father, Heaven, which is used twice. Hallowed be thy name. The kingdom of heaven presented as kingdom come. Will of the Father, earth, which is the new earth. Daily bread, forgiveness, including repentance, temptation and evil, and thine is the kingdom, referring to our Father. A few of these topics have been already presented, so I'll refer you back to the messages of heaven, the kingdom of heaven, forgiveness, and repentance. This message will address the Lord's Prayer component of For thine is the kingdom. From our perspective, everything ever accomplished by man was done on this earth. Every thought, every idea, every theory, every object created, everything ever known happened on this earth. While some of us believe there are other Earth-like planets somewhere out there with intelligent beings doing something similar, we know nothing about them. Given this fact, it's not hard to believe we're kind of special. We may even develop an inflated ego about our unique existence, and if we're not special, we may ponder, then why would God be so concerned with us to the point He'd send His only Son to earth to save us from eternal death and probable damnation? He must really want us bad. As a result, we may believe we deserve something from our Creator. We may conceive or convince ourselves if there's a heaven or a kingdom of heaven, then surely we'll be invited. When it comes to heaven, the kingdom of heaven, and even us, however, all of creation was not provided for us so much, but for Him. The Lord's Prayer component, For thine is the kingdom, is an indication that the kingdom of heaven will be created for our Father's benefit, and only those who do His will on earth will be allowed to enter. If we're lucky to enter, although it will be greater than any event ever experienced on earth to us, it won't be created for us but for Him. And the rules of the kingdom will be the will of God, which will prevail on earth, the new earth, for the first time since man's creation. The term thine is in reference to our Father, not us. Our Father expects us to put the needs of others first before our own. Learning how to attend to the will of God on earth now will prepare us for our hope in the kingdom of heaven.